solve another Leetcode problem 128. Longest consecutive sequence. So for this problem, we are giving an unsorted array of integer nums, and this nums is an unsorted array. So for example, we have several numbers, and we're going to return the length of the longest consecutive element. The longest consecutive element sequence, that means, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's going to be the longest, so it's going to be 4, and in this example it's going to be 9, because it is going to be 0 to 8, so it's going to have 9 numbers, and it is consecutive, so we're going to return 9. And for the third example, it's going to be 3, because it is 0, 1, 2, it's going to be 3. But how can we solve this problem in ON time? So definitely we can solve it in ON square, but how can we solve it in ON? Because for ON square we find one number and just need to find all other numbers. We can solve it in n log n time. So for n log n time, basically it means we're gonna sort the array. After sorting, we're gonna check what's gonna be the longest. But how can we solve it in ON? This means we're gonna need to use some extra space. So for example, if we're gonna use a set in Python, if we use a set, so like this example, inside of the set we're gonna have those numbers like 100, 4, 200, 1, 3, and 2. Yeah, if we are going to use a set. But how can we solve it in ON time? So this means inside of the set, we're gonna check each of the number. So for example, if this is 100, we're gonna check the number which is less than 100. If it is if it does not exist, for example, we're gonna check the number. This is 100, so the number less than 100, it's gonna minus 1. It's gonna be 99. Yeah. So we're gonna check 99. If 99 is not inside the set, so this means if a number which is less than 100, it will not have a 99. It will not combined to be consecutive numbers. And then if 99 not exist, we're gonna check 101. If it is exist, we're gonna check 102. But it does not exist, as we can see. 101, 102 not exist. This means only one number, that is 100. Yeah. So for example, we use another example. For example, we're gonna check 4. So for this number 4, does 3 exist? Yes, 3 exists. But for us, we will not check 3, because if 3 exists, why not we directly check 3 and 4? It's gonna be consecutive. It's gonna be 2. Yeah. And similarly, what about 1? If we check this number 1, does it and 0 exist? No, it does not exist. So we're gonna check 2, 3, and 4. So the longest consecutive number is gonna be 4. And in this way, it's gonna be ON time. Yeah, because for this number 100, 4, 200, 3, and 2, it's gonna only check ON time. Yeah. And for this number 1, it's gonna check another ON time. So in total, it's gonna be O2 times n. Yeah, so finally the time complexity gonna be ON instead of ON square. Now let's start coding. As I said before, we're gonna prepare a final result and a set of nums. So the result gonna be starting from 0, because there's no because the length of the array gonna be more than or equal to 0. And we're gonna prepare the set of the nums, and then we're gonna check all numbers. So for n inside nums, if n minus 1 not exist, not inside the nums set. So currently nums is a set. So we're gonna prepare a count to check the longest consecutive elements sequence. So count gonna be starting from 1. So this means n inside the set. If for n minus 1 not inside the nums, currently it means n just inside the nums. So we're gonna check n plus 1. While n plus 1 inside the nums, we're gonna update this n with n plus 1, because we are not sure. And we can also update the count. and we're going to record the final result. It's going to be the maximum of result and with the count. Finally, we just need to return the final result. Yeah. So this means for this number, for example, we have a number 1. We are going to check this number 1. So currently we have a number 1 is inside the set nums. N minus 1, 0 is not inside the nums. So we're gonna start to count. Count equal to 1. This means this number 1 is just a count. We're gonna check. Then we're gonna check number 2, 3, 4. It is still inside the nums, and the count gonna be 4, and the maximum result gonna be 4. This is what we are doing. Now let me just run it to check if it works. As you can see, it works. Now let me just submit it. Yeah, as you can see, it works, and I think the speed is just okay, because anyway, the time complexity gonna be O(n), otherwise we cannot pass. Yeah, for this problem, because currently we are using a set. As you can see, if I submit next time, it's gonna be better, but it doesn't matter. So the space complexity gonna be O(n) because we are using a set, and the time complexity gonna be O(n) as well. Even though we are using like 2 loops, but this is actually O(n) time because we are using a set, and this while check most of the time it runs O(1) time. Only for this number 1, for example, it runs for this number 1 it runs O(n) time. So the final time complexity gonna be O(n). Yeah, so for example, this is a consecutive. Let me just use some other examples. So for example, 100, 200, and 300. Yeah, we have those numbers. So we're gonna check it. So 99 is not inside the set. So we're gonna check 101. It is not inside the set. So this is O(1) time, and this is also O(1) time. This is also O(1) time. So this is okay. So finally, it's gonna be O(n). But for this example, if we have some consecutive, so this means, for example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So for this number 1, it runs O(n) time. But what about this number 2? Because because for this number 2, if n minus 1 not inside the set, but 1 is inside the set. So this means basically we are not doing anything about it. Yeah, and similarly for this number 3, because we never check the longest consecutive sequence for the numbers which is less than this number 3. For example, 2 is inside, we will not check, and 4 is inside. Basically, we are not going to check. Yeah, we are only checking the increasing numbers like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, so for this number 4, 3 is inside. Basically, we don't need to check, because if 3 and 4 making sense, it's a consecutive number. Why not we just check 3 and 4 instead of 4, 2, 3? So this means actually we've already checked 1, 2, 3, 4 before. We don't need to check like 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is why it is O(n) time. I think that's all about it. Thanks for watching. See you.